Good morning, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. It's my pleasure to be with you today. A few housekeeping items while we have some more people coming in from the waiting room here. Um, just would like to let you know that we are recording this session and you will have access to the recording. It will be emailed out to you, to all those who have attended and registered for this and couldn't attend today. You will be getting a copy of the recording that will be sent out tomorrow. And this will also be posted on our micro certificates website along with on YouTube for our YouTube channel and on some LinkedIn um, for our micro certificates. So thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. We're going to talk today about our suite of micro certificate programs that we have in the mass timber building space. So with that, I will get started here, and I would first like to recognize that the UBC Vancouver campus is situated within the traditional ancestral and unceded territory of the Musqueam, and we are privileged to live and work in this space. My name is Dr. Sheri Andrews-Key. I teach in the micro certificate programming leading climate vulnerability and adaptation. I'm also the director of all of our programming here within the faculty and oversee it and work in the space of adaptation, climate change, and building this in different courses that I teach and different applied research that I do within the faculty. Just to give you an idea, this is our Forest Science Center situated on the Vancouver campus, and we're very fortunate to have this great space to be able to physically work in. So today we're here to talk about the suite of micro certificates that we have in this mass timber building space, which is a very exciting, growing part of our economy. And I think that, we're very fortunate that we have the Wood Science Division here in our Faculty of Forestry that really focuses on a lot of innovation in this space. So today I'm going to talk about the individual micro certificates around fire safety for timber buildings, hybrid timber construction, tall wood structures, and zero carbon building solutions. And sorry, just to pause there for a minute on that. I did forget to mention that if you have any questions or anything, please hold them. You can ask them at the end when we have the Q&A period. And also feel free to type them in the chat as you think about them, and I'll look at the chat at the end of the presentation. So jumping back in here, first of all, overall, for all of our micro certificates, we have designed them specifically to focus on building capacity for different sectors and for professionals. With that flexibility and the design that we have created to offer these in, there's flexibility in how you actually enroll and take these. So you have a few different options. So say, for example, you enroll in an entire micro certificate to take it all in one session, and something comes up and you've made it through the first two courses and there's challenges with your work schedule, personal life, etc., with completing the next two courses within that session, you can reach out to us, specifically to me and to your lead instructor for your program, and we can move you forward to a future session to help accommodate. You have some options to take all of the courses during one session for each micro certificate, or you have the option to spread it out over a 2-year time period. So you would have to complete all courses within a 2-year time period, but you could take them individually in different sessions. So we can talk more about that at the end. So for mass timber building and moving forward to fire safety, we have an excellent lead here, Dr. Felix Weisner. He is our program lead. Felix is so passionate about this topic and very knowledgeable. And key skills and competencies that you would gain through this program would be to better understand fire safety regulations and how they're connected to timber construction. Also looking at being able to understand and explain core principles of fire safety strategies for buildings, how to recognize fire testing regimes and what their role is in timber product safety, applying fire science concepts to interpret test results, and then using codes to calculate fire resistance of timber structures and what those limits are. Moving forward to hybrid timber construction, we have Dr. Cristiano Loss. Cristiano really focuses in this program on understanding engineered wood behavior in hybrid timber systems, also how to apply design principles for efficiency and also for faster building times. Looking at how to do the integration between timber, steel, concrete, structural elements in design, also how to address fabrication, prefabrication, connect these different technologies with one another, look at performing structural analysis and detailing for seismic resilience, especially, important for those areas that have greater risk and vulnerability to this. Design timber-based composites for long span applications. So a lot of really key applied concepts are and competencies are taught in this. Then we move forward to looking at tall wood structures with Dr. Ming Hao Lee, and Ming Hao offers this twice a year, as you can see, looking at key skills and competencies around understanding strengths and limitations of mass timber as a construction material, also looking at the high capacity timber connections and structural configurations of tall wood buildings. Learn the gravity load design and mass timber floor system options. Look at studying lateral load design with shear walls and braced frames. Understanding ductile and capacity design. Explore low damage seismic technologies. And looking at applying analytical and numerical tools for structural analysis and practical design. So as you can see, the common theme around key skills and competencies with all of these so far are very applied. And the same goes as we move into zero carbon. And looking at the key skills and competencies here for these and Dr. Haibo Fen. He is our program lead. This is offered once a year. This will start in February and it runs for 8 weeks. We look at embodied carbon from manufacturing, transport, installation use, and end-of-life materials. Look at operational carbon emissions, so energy use, refrigerant release reduction strategies, and then negative carbon strategies to help offset emissions beyond the actual building life cycle, and followed by best solutions for zero or low carbon design. And this is all of these pieces are really informed by professional expertise. So throughout our micro certificates, we really do focus on bringing in the most relevant recent knowledge and experience beyond our faculty too, giving you more of a breadth to hear from other guest speakers, etc., that each one of the leads work with out there in different practices. So really focusing again on helping you build those skills and competencies, and all the assignments and assessments that are developed do all link with those skills and competencies. And that's how we ensure that you are building those skills as you work your way through the programs. Now, for BC residents, there's an excellent opportunity right now. It actually closes tomorrow. So I would really encourage you to take advantage of it as soon as possible. We still have spots allocated for BC residents that are aged 19 years or older. This grant, StrongerBC Future Skills Grant, covers $3,500 per person, and it's a first come, first served basis. Now, if you don't wish to take one of the programs for the fall session that will be starting up in October, you can use this and apply for the spring session, which starts in February. So I would really encourage you to take a look at it if you're a BC resident. Also, I would encourage any of you, that may work with professional or are registered professionals, engineers, or other registered professional associations, as often these can count towards your continuing education or professional development. We have had people enroll in our programs. Their employers have paid for their tuition or reimbursed them for parts of it. So there could be opportunities that way to help offset some of the costs and things. And yeah, as I mentioned, through these programs, what happens when you're going through them, it's not, you have to pass every assignment or every assessment in order to be successful in them. And when you complete one of the courses successfully, you receive what we call a UBC digital badge. And you can take this digital badge, post it on your LinkedIn for prospective employers, and it has a drop-down menu embedded in it that shows the skills and competencies that you have received by completing that individual course. Once you complete an entire micro certificate, then you will receive a digital badge that encompasses all of the courses that were involved in that. So currently, our applications for the October 6th sessions will close October 3rd. Tuition is $2,400. That is in Canadian dollars. It does not matter where you are registering from. That is the set price. There's not a different international fee. We have the email address here for questions. So please do reach out, contact us if you have other questions that come up, any challenges with registration, etc. Reach out to us. And we also have our Forestry UBC site to look at some more details, look at who are the program leads for these things. So with that, I would like to take the opportunity to open this up for some Q&A with the group to see if there's any questions that you may have. You may unmute yourself and ask any questions that you have. I don't see any in the chat at this moment, but yeah, does anyone have any questions or anything that you would like to ask that you need more clarity on?
Hi, my name is Mira.
Hello, Mira.
I'd like to ask, yeah, because I'm working as a structural engineer right now.
Yes.
And I'd like to request from my company to cover the fee. So I'd like to know, is this 2,400 has to be paid upfront, or can it be paid when each course is taken, or how is the payment happen?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Thank you for that, Mira. So if you want to take all of the courses during one session, then you would pay that full $2,400 would be required at registration up upfront. However, if you just wanted to start by taking one or even two of the courses, you would have to just pay for the individual course, which is for individual courses taken on their own separately, it's $650 per course. There is a bit of a discount, the 2,400 when you register all at once. But yeah, if you wish to register just individually, it's $650 per course. Does that answer your question?
Okay, so they run one after the other. So every course, so for example, this year I can take the first two courses, and then next year, or in spring, I can take the
Then
other
that,
two, right?
yes, yes,
So as long as this happens within the 2 years, I can get the fine, like the micro certificate.
you
Okay.
bet. Yes,
Okay. Thank
definitely.
you.
You're welcome. And if you end up registering and there's something that comes up and you need to switch your schedule around, you can just contact me and I can work with you to help you fit your schedule better and move you forward to future sessions. And we don't charge any additional fees for that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I haven't always been in academia myself. I have worked in industry and government, and I do understand as a professional, and also as a parent and things that a lot of challenges can happen in life. And when you're trying to upskill or do your professional development things, it can be quite challenging sometimes to juggle all these things. So when we developed these programs, that was what we had in mind for this. So I see a question from Nicole. Is any specific software used? Tallwood Structures course. Nicole, that's a really good question. I can't answer that myself, but what I can do, if you want to send me an email, I can connect you with our lead for that and with Ming Hao, and you can talk to him about it. Whatever is required for the course, we always make sure that it's actually open and accessible for others. Uh, yeah, good question. What background or prior knowledge? Now, you don't actually have to, when you register for any of our micro certificates, you don't have to apply, you just register. And so you don't necessarily have to have an engineering degree or be working in the sector. However, for these types of programs, you would want to take a look at the website, go through it, and from your own perspective, determine if you think you have enough prior knowledge and skills to be able to understand these concepts. If you're still not sure, please send us an email and I can connect you directly with the lead instructor and you can have a conversation with them to find out if this would be a good fit for you or not. I hope that that answers your question there.
Is it okay if I sort of doggy pile on that one a little bit?
You bet.
I'm a registered architect and got wind of this program and wanted a little more info. So thank you for today's session. It feels like it might be or maybe I can just ask, is it kind of like a fundamentals introductory level information, or does it get right into the nitty-gritty calculations and analysis where it's maybe more aligned with structural engineers?
Um, I think, Ryan, it can go in that direction. Once you get into it, I know with mine as well, when I have students that sort of have a little bit deeper level of knowledge and understanding on it, I provide supplemental materials and other opportunities to advance their skills. But coming into it, it's more of an introduction.
Understood. Thank you.
But Ryan, I'm any of them that you're interested in, please, you can send me a message and I can connect you directly if you want to have like a further conversation for whatever one that you're interested in.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We have had some architects in some of these before. So and from the feedback that I've seen, they've found them quite useful in that. Lots of exciting things happening in this space, right? Anybody else with any questions, comments? Oh, no. So registration is open to anyone. You doesn't matter where you are located. Um, and you don't have to be a resident of Canada, and you don't have to be in Canada. So the way that we have developed this is we want to have this accessible for a number of different people, because often, we don't all have the opportunity to just up and move and go do a master somewhere, or go and spend even a couple months or 6 weeks or somewhere doing some training. So we have built this that it's all online, but we do have what we call coffee hours. And in those coffee hours, they're optional, but they're also recorded. And it's an opportunity, it's a live session to come together, to connect, to talk about different things that you're interested in. And also, a lot of us bring in guest speakers during these coffee hours. And there's one coffee hour each week. So there's lots of opportunity there. These Most of the courses run for a 2-week time period. They have 4 courses. And within that 2-week time period, you can complete the materials at your own schedule. However, you do want to see when assignments are due or when quizzes are due and things like that. But then again, there's also some flexibility there that if something's coming up and you need an extension on assignments, we provide those extensions and things. For the registration process, it's fairly simple. You go onto our website, and we provided that in the presentation, or you can just Google search UBC Faculty of Forestry micro certificates and then scroll down to the one that you want. And when you click on it, it then has the registration portal that you can go into, and you just fill out the information and register on that, and you're in. There's no admission process, it's just a registration. And of course, through the registration process, if for whatever reason you're having any challenges, you can just contact us. Okay, so looking at the networking and the coffee hours, this for hybrid timber and tall wood structures, this so that would be Dr. Christiana Loss and Ming Hao. Lee, and they each run theirs a little bit differently, but there's the opportunity in the coffee hours to ask questions, to maybe connect with other people that are in the course. There's also on the online platform that we use, Canvas Catalog, there's opportunity for discussion forums and things, and for you to connect with people through those and then follow up. And something that we're going to be building, and you folks will, anybody who takes part in these will be able to be a part of it in the future, is a community of practice for all of our micro certificates within the Faculty of Forestry. And on there, we'll be creating a LinkedIn page, and where, you know, upcoming information, etc., will be posted for maybe what's coming for the future and things. And it'll also, you know, give the opportunity, what we've been doing this for a while now. We launched the first program in 2021. And we are going to start to invite alumni back to the coffee hours that we're having with existing sessions. So there'll be the opportunity to be able to come back, and when you have time, and be able to link in with future students and contacts as well. So I think it's really looking at trying to build this out also to create a community here. So I hope that helps answer your question. Any other questions or things that people have? Employment options after completion. You know, that a really good question. It's a hard question to answer. We have had, so specifically for UBC and the Faculty of Forestry, actually through some of our micro certificates, individual ones, their students have actually made connections with some of our leads. And we now have some of them actually who wanted to do more extensive training beyond the micro certificates, and have actually started to work with some of the lead program instructors in master's or PhD programs. In terms of co-ops, we don't have anything specifically set up through the micro certificates, but there's always that opportunity for networking with people. Of course, we can't guarantee any, you know, specific, it's like with anything, you know, there's opportunities if you upskill and you have more skills to offer prospective employers, and using it in the way that you market your abilities and yourself can help you, can help strengthen your resume, can help strengthen the skills and competencies that you're able to offer an employer. But really, like anything, it's how you decide to take and use it. And of course, as well, it's often with what we put into something is what we're going to get out of it. So making that extra effort to be part of the discussions, to be part of reaching out to other students or learners in the class is an opportunity as well to build your network there. Yeah, so FP Innovations, they're just down the street from the Faculty of Forestry. We also, like a number of our professors, work with FP Innovations quite a bit. They are not directly involved in our micro certificates in any at this point. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure specifically if any of the leads use that design handbook, but perhaps they may. If you are enrolled in the program, do you have access to resources? So there's a number of resources that are built into the programs that specifically offer, a better understanding and that on the content that's presented, but you do not get access to the UBC library through the professional micro certificate programs because they're non-credit programs. Any other questions or things anyone may have? I mean, one of the things you've got access to, which allows you a lot of additional access beyond, is the leads of the programs and, talking to them about the sectors, the different innovation that's happening, and additional resource materials is also an opportunity to tap into more resources as well. Okay, so with that, if I have no more questions or anything, um I'm really so pleased that you joined today. And your questions were fantastic. If I didn't answer them completely, please do reach out to us and we can do our best to get you more information, to connect you with our leads, etc. And I really hope to see you in the future in our programs and that. And again, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day and joining us. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. So thanks very much.